FirstRand is a banking, insurance and investment group which includes First National Bank, West Bank and Rand Merchant Bank.
Interesting that we're discussing this one because it has the largest market cap here in South Africa of just shy of 300 billion rand, price earnings ratio 14.8, dividend yield 3.56.
Well, let's kick off with the story behind FirstRand and first of all, why you decided that this was the local bank that you were going to put into the portfolio, into the hot stocks portfolio.
Yeah, well, we've had shows before where we've looked at all of the South African banks. Today we're only looking at two, but FirstRand certainly screens the best. It's really had a fantastic decade. Remember its origins. It's the original Barclays of South Africa business. And when Barclays pulled out of the country, it was changed its name to First National Bank. It had an Anglo shareholding, and then the guys at Rand Merchant Bank, which are, Johan Rupert and his friends, G.T. Ferreira, Laurie Dippenaar, Paul Harris, basically pulled off the deal of the century and managed to claw that asset out of the Anglo clutches when Anglo wanted to go back into mining. And it has really prospered. It's reorganized itself so that it presents as FirstRand on the market with those three major operating subsidiaries, as you mentioned. And it is rapidly becoming the market leader in all of those spaces in this country. Top of the pops in terms of investment banking, top of the pops in terms of retail banking, doing a great job in commercial banking, etc., etc.
Yeah, great story. Absolutely lots of traction in the local market. South Africa's GDP is sitting under 2%. Does it have enough external diversity?
Look, you can still do very well just by taking market share away from others. And we know we're in an evolving economy where more people need banking services and so on and so forth. Asset-backed credit is doing well, cards are doing well, mortgages are doing well. Their business strategy has been not to be too aggressive in Africa. They're working hard at growing their Africa footprint outside of South Africa and also going to India. So they're putting quite a lot of effort into building a from the ground up banking operation in India alongside India banks.
Some may say though that the Africa exposure is a little too little.
Yes, and that they should have perhaps gone in earlier and more aggressively establishing licenses in secondary African markets and going into first gear rather than doing corresponding relationships and trying to follow their clients into these markets. Having said that, as I said, with a 300 billion market cap, I suspect they'll just continue to build on their strengths.
So let's look at the share price graph. When did we get into the stock from the hot stocks portfolio perspective?
Where it was just about at that high, actually. So I think we got into them.
That was very good.
I think we're in at them at about 47, and they're currently trading at about 43. So nothing too significant. Just a little bit of a slide back.
You believe this is a long-term play?
Indeed. I think they're going to continue to prosper. I think also that there is the first sign of global stabilization in banks, which means that if you're big in Africa, you may well be an acquisition target in years to come for some of the other global money center banks.
Hot or not?
I think it's hot still. I think it continues to do well under fresh management in the sense that they've promoted Johan Burger. He'll take over from Sizwe Nkosana shortly. They've got top guys operating all those operating businesses under the hood. Very well run operations.